Esports, a solid draft, good bulk, good burst, good pickoff, and they're relying on the Beatrix for consistent damage. But on the opposite side, they have even more consistent scaling damage and a good amount of CC and lifesteal. Will it be enough? Game number 2. Team Caracal currently sitting at a 1-0 score. Can Red Esports even it up?
Well, let's see how even it's going to get with Kai already standing in front of Mom, making sure, hey, I don't need to be in lane, I just need to show presence, as Mom instantly, and he know that he loves doing this, invading the jungle early.
Yeah, both these teams prioritizing the choke because they know that he can be very aggressive to deal a bit of damage over to the enemy jungler. For that reason, we can see that Neo is playing defensively this time on the Ruby because he knows he needs to counteract it instead of going straight to try and disrupt Zayed's farm.
Speaking of disruption, Neo is right in the middle of it. His Mom goes straight for, but Zayed's going to be the one who takes away the Little Wanderer, sacrificing Mom's life in the middle. When it comes down to positioning, luckily Kai had first rotation down on bottom side to help with that kill.
I'm actually impressed at how quickly the Khalid rotated over, and he's actually not going to miss any of the EXP from the creep wave as well. Very good wave management down there in the EXP lane.
It's the beauty of Khalid. He clears fast, he's early domination, and most importantly, his passive allows him to roam pretty quickly.
Yep, and that is what allowed them to get that first blood over on Mom. This isn't too big of a blow here, only about 400 gold difference in favor of Team Caracal now, but Mom needs to start making more things happen. He cannot allow Team Caracal to start snowballing.
Oh, speaking of which, oh no, Caracal is going to get the snowball. Mom does not have a chance, and Mom is just a little too late to speed to get in and defend his gold laner. Even Neo was in position way earlier to keep an eye on where Mom is going to be exactly. So that's going to be another kill going over to Team Caracal, and the snowball has begun as Kai is going to go into a 2v1 situation, one which he is going to hold out for as long as possible. I think he actually wins this. He walks away. He can actually turn to kill if he wanted to with the execute, but he doesn't want to trade 1 for 1. He is not going to give up the EXP. Here comes Mom to get on top of Neo so far. He doesn't have enough to kill. The concussive blast doesn't even connect, but that just means that Turtle is going to fall into the hands of Red Esports.
Yep, unfortunately, Linkeza getting caught out in the mid lane means that Zayed will have no problem securing this, and there's not too much that Team Caracal can do. The fact that Kai was able to survive a 1v2 is very good, but if Linkeza had survived their attempt in the mid lane as well, that would have translated into a huge lead for Team Caracal, so it's good that Red Esports was able to put a stop to that.
Yeah, but now you can see all the members are hitting up that level 4. Even Neo, unfortunately, hasn't hit his level 4 yet. You can see how powerful Turtle is, giving that extra bit of EXP to everybody on the side of Red Esports, allowing Mom to kind of catch up and stay ahead of the curve.
Yep, you can see both Mom and Neo dancing around each other right now. Both these players are actually quite similar in the way that they play in the roaming position, so we can see that their rotations are overall pretty close as well. But Ash looking to set up an ambush here. I wonder if he'll go on Neo.
Nope, Mom doesn't have... I don't think Mom really wants to waste 2 ultimates just to try and one-shot Neo at this point in the game, especially since there's nothing they can really capitalize on. Oh, no! But they do end up finding Kai, who aggressively rotates on over to the mid lane. However, oh, we're seeing another kill up on that, up on the top side of the map. Mal ends up dying too.
This is very uncharacteristic of Mal here, but no one can really blame him considering he's constantly getting ganked by 3 members of Team Caracal. Add that to the fact that Clint does have a slight edge on Beatrix. It's a really rough time for him to be able to get his farm.
Speaking of which, oh no, Zayed is trying to get on out of there. Kai does miss the initial engage, but nah, it's not going to be enough. Our NQT is going to be in the middle of everybody. They find the kill and going to back away as both Mom as well as Ash will not get there in time, but Mom finds the initial pick onto Linkeza. I don't think Linkeza thought it was going to connect like that.
That was a beautiful setup there and lots of trust from Ash. He actually already set up the combo before the Way of the Dragon even came out. He knew that was what Mom was attempting. That is communication right there, folks. Setting up and basically not allowing him any chance to be able to escape.
That was sick. That was really, really sick there. I guess Mom was saying, I guarantee he can hit him with his 3rd hit of G-Kundo. Having to expand the flicker as well really caught Linkeza off guard.
Yep, and now they're gonna gonna go over and start taking the turtle. Neo in position, aim as well, but not enough. The turtle will go over to Red Esports, but the I'm offended going to catch the Cho as he gets bursted down. Rough Waves has to be used by Ash to allow him to escape. Zayed jumping in, not quite able to finish off aim. He's trying to get out with the knockout strike, but there's just too many enemies here, and he will get taken out.
Oh, this is so sad for Red Esports. So many of the members from Team Caracal are so low, but they can't capitalize on this. And if they break that mid lane, that's going to be so bad. Neo, so low! Maul doesn't get the initial kill. He doesn't have the right weapons for it. Renner is going to be more than enough, but they do find Kai instead. They lose the mid lane, but they do manage to pick up Kai.
That was a slight overextension by Kai there. I think he was too confident in his ability to be able to survive any damage done, but ended up getting kicked back into the rest of Red Esports. The fact that Neo was able to survive that though is ridiculous. The number of times that Team Caracal have escaped from Red in this series with that kind of HP, it must be infuriating for Red.
Yeah, it is. And now here comes RenQT once again. He sees 3 members of the side of Caracal and decides to back away. Doesn't want to get too deep into the enemy lines, but most importantly, Maul, he needs to get babysit by Mom at this point in time.
3-man gank by Team Caracal down here. It's gonna be a little bit difficult though, considering that these 2 heroes from Red are fairly durable. In the meantime though, an attempt onto Maul, shadow kill, not enough. Mom comes in to be able to provide a bit of backup, but an interesting choice by Maul, deciding not to escape. I guess he figured that he wouldn't be able to run and tried to do enough damage on Kai.
Really, really deadly stuff here, but you can see all 4 members of Red want to pick up both Kai and Linkeza, and Kai knows that it's his time to die. He gives himself up to make sure. Oh no! He wanted to get Linkeza out of there, but Ash still catches him off with the Petrify, and as well as a full combination. Oh no, that's going to be 2 for nothing in favor of Red Esports.
A very good distribution of resources by Red there, leaving just enough people and trusting that Ash would be able to pick off Linkeza by himself. Gives off 2 free kills over the Red, and once again sets up just in time for them to take the turtle. Although Team Caracal have been coming out on top in terms of fighting, Red Esports has been keeping good control over the objectives.
Maul gonna fall down once again as Neo and Loliels have made his life a walking nightmare. Maul 1 and 4. This has been a really rough performance on his part, and even Mom this time is forced to move backwards. Zayed, he wants to go back for his orange buff at this point in time, but Team Caracal, they know what's going on, but they themselves are just gonna back away from this fight.
So far from what I've seen, Team Caracal's rotations are very, very effective. Their communications are on point. They know exactly where they want to move and are moving just enough around it. In the meantime, Red Esports, though, going to be able to get a nice rough waves onto Neo, but he should be able to escape.
Yep, really not sweating at all. Ash, again, he's just limit testing to see how much he can actually do in terms of damage. Aim getting chunked out here by Mom as well as RenQT. He's got to be careful. But so far, RenQT has been farming really, really hard this entire time. I think he's going to come to a point where he might actually be able to sustain through all the damage that Team Caracal has to offer.
Well, hopefully that is going to be the case, because that is the win condition for Red Esports right now. To have enough of a front line to tank the DPS coming out from Team Caracal to allow Zayed and Maul to have their way during team fights. It's going to be quite difficult though, as Team Caracal already starting to rotate again.
Once again, yep, as you mentioned before, Caracal are rotating really. Oh, Neo! He finds a huge catch onto 2 members, and now RenQT is going to be the next to fall here. The Linkeza Zayed is so low. The Beer's Passion comes on out and chunks 2 of their members down to 50% HP, but that's going to be 2 Ash and RenQT getting picked off just like that. Great engagement coming in from Neo.
That's a dirty combo right there. The 2-man I'm offended right into the Raging Sandstorm, just setting up for the rest of Team Caracal. Not much Red is going to be able to do about that. And now finally, Team Caracal are in a good spot to be able to take an objective, the very first Lord of the game.
Yep. That's going to be Lord falling into the hands of Team Caracal for now, as once again Mom, with the help of his jungler, Zaid, going to be clearing up the mid lane here. Mal can only do so much about this. He's fallen quite far behind it when it comes to gold. He's not getting the item power spikes that you usually would typically get for a gold laner at this stage of the game, but this is as much as he can do. He's getting hard targeted by Team Caracal, and if we look at the gold lane, Team Caracal aren't that far ahead.
Yeah, all things considered, Red Esports has been doing a good job of keeping up, but constantly losing these fights and getting picked off by the superior firepower of Team Caracal is really going to build up, especially now that the Lord is pushing down the bottom lane.
Speaking of which, Lord pushing down, and you can see that Team Caracal is going to be able to have the waves kind of collide. Oh, Neo looking for another engage. He finds Mal once again, but now instant punish coming in from Red Esports is looking to get some kind of clap back against Team Caracal, but Aim still manages to get out, forcing out 2 flickers from the side of Team Caracal.
This is not the usual performance you'd expect out of Maul. He's so out of his element here. Team Caracal have focused down on getting rid of this player on the enemy team, and now they're diving into the backline. Neo, unfortunately, doesn't land the I'm offended. Kai jumps in a little bit of trouble, but he is still fine. He's so durable and just continuously healing up with the quicksand guard. They take the inhibitor tower for nothing.
Yep. Red Esports. Oh, Mom! He finds it again, and this time it's going to be on Neo. He seems to have a vendetta against him. He can't be the only one who's getting picks here, so Mom makes his own statement. Neo going to be back up in about 20 more seconds or so. 11 minutes into this game with the next Lord coming up in 75. Red has to clear their waves. They need to figure out a way to get back into a situation where they can actually claim more lives from Team Caracal.
I think at this point, Red Esports does need to bite the bullet a little bit and admit that they will be losing team fights and just dedicate their resources to split pushing. They know that Team Caracal wants to take big team fights, so as long as they stick together, they should be able to get more farm by playing on the opposite sides of the map.
Yep, and now they're going to be taking their time as they're walking across the river here. Neo sees 2, he finds Mom, he's going to get kicked back, but here comes the Sandstorm. As he goes backwards, Kai gets absolutely chunked out by the rough waves, and Mal has done more than enough damage, but Linkesa finds a kill of his own. 2 for 2, Loleos has to get out of there. He's a little weak against Paquito. He cannot take any more damage.
A 2 for 2 trade for both teams. Unfortunately, Kai kind of underestimated the amount of damage coming out of the rough waves, tried to jump in to save Neo, but ended up losing his life in return. Otherwise, that would have definitely been a win for his team.
Yep, and Red Esports 9-13 so far, but Team Caracal with a 2K gold lead, but that could easily change here. If Red Esports plays their cards right and takes away this next Luminous Lord, it's going to be tough. It means that they're going to even out the score against Team Caracal and push this in towards the ultra late game.
Well, I guess we'll find out. The Lord already starting to get taken. Neo gonna take some damage from the sniping out of Maul, but Mom gonna jump in. It's all 5 members. Didn't see exactly what hit him. A mega kill going over to Team Caracal.
They're going to be taking Lord now. That's going to be huge as Team Caracal don't have to worry about Red Esports' biggest threat here for the next 18 seconds, and that's going to be Lord falling into the hands of Team Caracal.
That was really nice ambushing from Caracal there. Mom going for the face checks, which is what you would expect him to do. You would think that up against like even 3 members of Team Caracal, he has a pretty good chance of making it out, but he definitely did not expect all 5 of them to be waiting in the bush for someone to come in. Without their roamer, Red Esports aren't going to make any attempt towards their Lord.
I mean, that's the keys to victory that we were talking about earlier. Team Caracal are very wary of Mom's engages. Oh no, Neo, he finds all 3, but gets 2, pulls in for a big combo, but no, the Yin Yang overturn as well as a Sandstorm didn't necessarily hit. That's a little unfortunate.
Yep, Red Esports were able to escape just in time. Otherwise, that would have been disastrous. That would have actually just ended the game for them if they weren't able to get out of that situation. So they've managed to keep themselves alive for now, but with Team Caracal pushing down all 3 lanes, they've got quite a bit of a defense to mount.
Here we go. Bennett's Rage going to be clearing up this wave. High ground defense for Red Esports is just a lot better for them compared to Team Caracal for now, and it's going to be a tough battle without the help of Lord. 100 more seconds until the next Lord is back up. It's going to be a slow roll here, but Red Esports, the important thing is that they survive.
Yep, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're still behind in terms of net worth, but now they want to take the action towards the enemy team, using the conceal to start an engagement, but the enemy team doing the exact same thing as they now jump in. Raging Sandstorm not quite able to hit, but the fight has begun. Rough Waves is going to be used to allow them to take out Neo from the fight straight away. A shutdown onto Lolios as well, as the Yogi Shadow kill isn't enough. Killing spree going over to Ash. They pick off 3 members of Caracal straight away.
Patiently enough, Red Esports are now back in this game, reducing that gold lead, and now we'll start taking some important structures from Team Caracal. They're going to start off with the mid lane for now, but it's not going to be enough as Team Caracal have to wait the full 20 seconds until they're back up. Mid tier 2 is next to fall, and even AIM himself has to give up this mid inhibitor. Bottom side is wide open, but I don't think Red Esports can look to end this game, not with only 1 siege minion.
Yeah, but that was a huge turnaround by Red Esports from a situation where they looked like they would lose the game after any pickoff. They've turned things around and removed 1 inhibitor from Team Caracal's base, which is just goes to show anything can happen. And now the net worth lead is in their favor.
Oh boy, oh boy. Team Caracal, that should have been the end for Red Esports, but unfortunately Red Esports clap back real well here. If you look at the items so far, we're seeing that Kai, he doesn't have any defensive mechanisms against these one-shots that he's been receiving from Ash, who's decided to go straight for the Holy Glaive, making sure that nobody can withstand this raw damage, and he wants to be able to punish people like Neo now.
Yep, the scaling from Red Esports is really starting to kick in, and heroes such as the Khalid are starting to become less and less effective as the game goes on. He's not nearly as durable as he was 3 minutes ago.
Where is Red Esports going this time? But Caracal actually looking for Zion to take him out in his own jungle. What is he doing there? Kai, he ends up getting kicked back into the middle of the team, but Neo tries to save and can't do much about that. They end up losing aim at the same time. This is huge for Red Esports. They might be able to get this, and now they can look to end this game on Team Caracal by looking straight for the Lord.
And that's exactly what they're doing. Red Esports, against all the odds, despite the fact that Zion got picked off first, is able to make use of their late game damage. Right now, Red Cutie is an absolute threat on this Esmeralda because there's just no way you can kill him without investing enough resources, and that is the chance that Red Esports are looking for. They do still have to defend their base though. They're taking some damage there.
Well, they don't have a choice. They always have to keep clearing this bottom side, and that's why you can't afford to let your inhibitors fall. But this could be it for Red Esports. They could even out the score 1-1 against Team Caracal if they successfully get this push off. Team Caracal, their combos have been good, but unfortunately, I think they are falling behind at this point, as Mao now able to play the game, having the items, and Ren QT pretty much invincible when it comes down. Nobody can really burst him down effectively.
Yeah, this is going to be a big fight here. Mom looking for a pickoff, gets the way of the dragon. Actually does not, but Kai gets bursted down straight away, and they get the mega kill right onto the Kagura. Aim gets taken out. Neo still trying to delay for as long as possible, and they're able to pick off Ren Cutie as Linkeza jumps in, gets the shutdown onto the Kadita, but he himself is picked off by the gets shut down by Lolios. Neo is still fine. He's able to come up with the immortality, but Team Caracal are able to defend and take out 3 members of Red Esports.
What a fight that was! Oh my goodness! Ren Cutie tried his absolute best, but Linkeza managed to get the most important kill onto the best target possible. The moment Maul fell, the rest of Team Caracal starts knocking back Linkeza, quickly going for the Sky Guardian's helmet to heal back up to full. They're trying to end this while they still can. Ash is coming back up in about 7 seconds or so, but this could be it. They're trying to hold on forward as Zion as well as Mom looking to clear that wave here as Kai pushes forward. They see Ren QT and they're calling it quits. No more can they push, and you can see AIM himself as well going to be clearing up that lane. Mom, he wants to go for the engage. This might be dangerous. They need AIM now more than ever. Kai on the run. Zion as well. They're going to call it quits here halfway across the map. It's anybody's game, and even Linkeza continuing to put pressure. There's nothing more that they can do. Both teams go back to neutral zones.
My goodness, what we are witnessing right now is perhaps one of the most intense back and forths we'd had the opportunity to witness in MPL so far. Literally a single one fight is going to tilt the game in either team's favor right now. For a moment, it looked pretty dicey for Team Caracal, because if they overextended just a little bit, Red Esports would have turned that fight around, but they were able to escape, and now it is truly anybody's game.
Oh boy, Kai, he is feeling himself being weaker and weaker with each passing minute here. Both teams at full build at this point in time, so Kai really needs to be able to protect himself from that damage, and unfortunately so, he's been getting one-shot pretty often by Ash.
Unfortunately, we're at the point in the game where Kai basically doesn't do anything other than soak a little bit of damage from his team. His damage now is inconsequential, and the only thing he can really contribute if he lands a really good Raging Sandstorm. So what I think Kai needs to do now is to extend his presence. He knows he's not going to be able to do too much in fights, so go for the split pushes and allow the rest of his team to try and distract Red.
Oh wait, conceal play here. Neo is already revealed straight away, and Red just instantly backs off. But look at Mom. He's in a really awkward spot. He knows that he can get into the flank, but the question is whether or not Team Caracal is going to check that brush. Knowing that it's 2 inhibitors down for the side of Red Esports compared to Team Caracal's 1, as long as they maintain control over mid lane, they still have 1 up on Red Esports.
Neo almost gets caught there, but is able to stun Mom before the Way of the Dragon is able to connect. They retreat to their purple buff, but now Red Esports can start taking the Lord. They know that the Khalid and Hayabusa are up in top lane, but now that Esmeralda has been forced to respawn, they're rotating over to try and take a fight.
Here we go. Fights edging ever so slowly here. They're just dancing around this Lord here. Nobody really wants to go further than this. And even Zide playing on towards the south side of the map, waiting for an opportunity to get in and waiting for Team Caracal, most importantly, to get out of position to get on top of Loliel's or aim at the very least. Those are his main priority targets. But notice where Link Eza is going. He's going straight for the bottom side of the map. He does see Ren QT matching up, and even Kai is going to reveal himself very early on. Raging Sandstorm connects, but it's going to be a quick Purify to walk on out of there. Red Esports straight away respond by getting on top of the Lord.
Mom looking for a pickoff, isn't quite able to land the Way of the Dragon. Once again, Neo dancing around the show. Both of these teams are teetering on a knife's edge. They want to engage, but it has to be perfect. Neo looking for the armor fender, flickers forward, but forces Maul to use the flicker in return. Mom gets the Way of the Dragon.
No!
But guess what? Maul gets jumped on. He does have the Wind of Nature, but it's not enough to protect him. Maul has been taken out. Kai in the background looking for it, but he's the one that gets caught. He gets his immortality pop. Rough waves. Climbing onto the Lakai as Legeza gets caught out. He goes back at the wrong time. Neo now in trouble. They're looking for Aim. Aim jumps in. Doesn't have the yin-yang overturn. Neo still delaying them. Zayed in the backline. Ren QT jumps in. Falling Star Moon doesn't quite connect. Aim is still in trouble. Neo gonna get picked off. He still has immortality. Loli has an Aim.
Overturn.
Right back up as they catch him. Aim gonna get picked off. The Kagura going to get eliminated, but they're still not in a state that they can push and end the game.
Oh my goodness, the number of immortalities broke in that interaction alone. I think everybody has lost their immortalities at this point in time, and even Ash recently purchasing one for himself. He manages to survive a lot longer than you would have expected here, but Red finally in position to actually take the Lord. It's going to be 10 more seconds until Kai is going to be back up, and it takes another 8 more seconds for him to actually reach anywhere near the Lord side. But Lolios with the Berserker's Fury, hopefully he has enough damage to actually threaten this. Oh no, he hops on over, trapping recoil to get on out of there. But I think at this point, they just have to give this up. Neo gonna go with a conceal. They could stop the recalls, but at this point, the fight is over, and they have to wait for a full team fight next time.
Yep, Team Caracal aren't going to take the risk of going in to get a pickoff at this point. They need to ensure all of their members are alive to be able to defend against the next push from Red Esports, which is going to be supported by the Luminous Lord. We can expect that they're going to start shoving in every single lane to ensure that this is the push that ends the game in their favor.
Well, Linkeza is going to be cleaning up the lane. His mom is looking for opportunities, but he's not going to fall for that same mistake. majority of the team is here, but you can tell the pressure coming in from Mom. He shows himself up, and the rest of Caracal is going to have to respect it. They don't want to start a fight too early on, and more importantly, they don't know where the rest of the members of Red Esports is.
There's a lot of anxiety going in the air right now. How is this going to go? The Lord is now pushing in. Neo gonna be able to delay them. Top inhibitor gonna get taken out. Mom gets the way of the dragon, but Neo flickers backwards. Aim instantly taken out. Raging Sandstorm gonna land on 2 people. Gravity gets picked up by himself. The Jikundo gonna land, sets up the kill on the Ligasa. He gets a kill in return, but he's already down. Double kill going over. Loli is gonna get picked off. Immortality still alive, but not for long, as the Lord now pushes straight in. They get the team wipe. They get the victory. Red Esports evens it up 1-1.
They pull it back one more time. What a game that was. Well done to Red Esports for turning that around. Mal finally able to play that game, and most importantly, Ash making the play for the team. Catches 3 with a breath of the